Welcome to my ePortfolio, a culminating task for the completion of my Master's of Educational Technology through the University of British Columbia. My name is Kendra Grant. I was a teacher for many years, then owned my own professional learning company, and now work as an educational consultant. I chose renovation as the metaphor to guide my ePortfolio construction. The steps and stages of a renovation closely reflect my experience within the master's program. A renovation isn't a restoration where you reconstruct or replicate what existed before, nor is it merely redecorating where you enhance what exists. A renovation means tearing down the walls to see what's inside. Determine if the foundation is structurally sound and the inner workings, the plumbing and electrical, are in good working order. If not, repairs or complete rewiring may be required. Once everything's up to code, then the drywall and finishings can go up before the big reveal. Before I review my ePortfolio and what it represents, I will take you on a quick tour of the functionality. I created this ePortfolio in an e-learning software called Articulate Storyline. My goal in using this tool was to create an interactive experience for you. I'll let you discover how to sign in. Once you get to the blueprint page, you will find overview information. This is easily accessed and closed. When you are ready, enter the Metaphor homepage. Here you can hover over icons and see each aspect of my renovation. I will explore each stage in a moment. For now, let's concentrate on the other icons on this page. At the top of the house, you can access the badge page. As you complete each stage of the reno, you will earn a badge. You can also return to the blueprint page by clicking here. You'll also note that there is a menu at the top of the page. This menu opens lightbox slides, which keeps you on the current page so you don't lose your navigation. This menu includes some key definitions, references with a link to the correct APA formatting in a Google Doc. Tools showcase the technology I use throughout the course. There are links for you to access more information if you are unfamiliar with the tool. The timeline helps situate my work before the MET program, as well as the work I did during the program. I reference these connections throughout my ePortfolio. Because I reference artifacts, not courses, I included a list of the courses I took in order to reference as needed. There's an interactive rubric that you can use to assess my ePortfolio. And lastly, because some of the interaction is controlled by the program, if you want to jump to an artifact, you can use the menu to take you directly there. There are several theories that dominated my work in the master's program. The most prevalent is universal design for learning. UDL is a framework that guides the development of flexible learning environments that plans for learner variability from the outset, with multiple pathways, multiple means of accessing information, and multiple means of expression. You will see evidence of UDL throughout my ePortfolio, including my ePortfolio, which I have strived to make accessible through the use of closed captioning in my videos and links to transcripts, as well as alt tags on all images. As you review my artifacts, you will see that UDL often informs the focus and the design. Another focus for me is teacher professional learning. I start the ePortfolio with artifacts from my professional learning company and the design of a professional growth cycle. I continue to explore and build on this concept throughout the MET program, including my research papers and work outside the program in the creation of a SOOC. I'll let you discover more about the SOOC if you're interested. Finally, I focus on the concept of design presence, a term I created in ETEC 580, but developed over the course. Design presence is a combination of good aesthetic, production, and accessibility principles that work together to create a frictionless learner experience. As I mentioned earlier, I connect the work I did outside the MET program with work inside and vice versa. This is another example where my final design framework and the concept of design presence informed the writing of a book chapter that focuses on the transformational use of video in online learning. In the last part of my video, I will briefly visit each stage of my renovation. The first part of my reno involves the DIY skills I brought with me. For this reason, I included some artifacts from my professional learning company, Sublime Learning. Before I came to the MET program, I had the opportunity to create video resources called eTeachables, write a white paper on transformational teaching, and create professional learning guides. You will notice at this point, if you view all three artifacts, you will earn a badge. If you aren't interested in this, you can ignore them. They are there to help guide you as you review, but they aren't essential. You can, at this point, choose to continue to review this stage of the reno, go to the next stage, or head back to the home page. The demo stage is the messy stage. The artifacts in this stage of the reno, although not cringeworthy, did require more work and analysis on my part. Fortunately, they became the catalyst to encourage me to really knock down the walls and rebuild. In the foundation and structure section, I focused on developing my research and writing skills so that I could explore and validate my ideas. It was at this time that I began to explore a model for teacher professional learning and knew that it would be the focus I needed for the course. It would be these two papers that increased my confidence in my ability to not only complete the renovation, but also inform the remainder of the renovation up to and beyond the reveal. Just like the foundation and structure, plumbing and electrical are eventually hidden, but they connect the house together. At this point in my renovation, my goal was to connect key theories, research, and strategies together into a cogent whole. This included a focus on engagement and community in online environments. How can we ensure people are fully engaged and learning? A good example are the videos I created for the simulation in our case study. They represent the use of video to engage learners and serve as a type of syllabus to support the learners as they enter the course.
Hi, I'm Bergen M. Kilpatrick, and I'm the CEO of B&K & Associates.
Another good example is the creation of the Mission Impossible video introduction for Wearable Week inside ETEC 522. People seem to enjoy it. This confirmed for me that novelty and fun can set the stage for learning, even in adult education. In this same week, I also explored how to build commitment and motivation through a dynamic community of practice. I used a Google+ community to do this. Check out these two artifacts to see if you agree if these strategies were successful. At the drywall and finishing stage, the renovation is almost complete. The big problems are usually dealt with, and you have time to work on the finer details. This can also be a time when you lose steam or rush to complete the job. In this section, you'll see many of the theories and models come together and be refined. In ETEC 530, Constructivist Strategies for E-Learning, I was frustrated by the lack of constructivism. This spurred me to create a lesson that embodied adult learning principles, constructivism, and of course, UDL. ETEC 522, the Ventures in Learning Technology course, pushed me to excel and was by far the most exhausting course I took. I created a business model for the suit, which forced me to articulate the value of the work I was doing outside the course. The pitch video I made is an app smash of Powtoons and Telegami, edited in ScreenFlow. I also did a longer pitch deck and the Wearable Week that I showed you earlier. It was indeed a push to finish the renovation, but it was definitely worth it. It's finally reveal day. Here I'll leave you to explore the last of my ePortfolio. These artifacts represent the skills and expertise I gained in the program. They showcase what I can do and the impact I feel I can have in education, and they hint at what might come next. As any renovator knows, renovations never end. There's always something else to do. The same is true as educators. There are always new tools, new theories, and new strategies. The MET program has given me the tools I need to continue to renovate and improve my educational house. I hope you enjoy exploring my Master of Educational Technology renovation.